Hi,
Hello,
this is Naturally for Us.
man to man A to Z. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year, too. Okay, we're here to talk about the book. I know yesterday I told you that we had talked about it, but no sound.
We had technical difficulties.
Yeah,
We had to do it all over again,
so here we are.
so here we are again. I had said before the holidays that I was going to talk about the book and I was going to go through the chapters. I'm still going to do that. I decided to wait because a lot of people during the holidays, even though they're on particular diets, they usually just throw the diets out the window and have a good time with their family and friends. And then at the beginning of the year, they begin their regimen again. So that being the case with a lot of people, not with us, we'll talk about that later. But with a lot of people, that's why I decided to wait. This is the name of the book: Live to 120 Without Sickness and Disease. And I had went through the first chapter of the book, talks about God's plan for our nutrition, because He does have a plan. The book is biblically based, but it's for anybody who eats, which I think that includes everybody. So it's for everybody. The information in here will prolong your life. It will enhance your health. Okay? Guaranteed. Depending upon what you apply. There's so much
Yeah,
in
you
this
have to
book.
do it.
Yeah, you got to be a doer.
Yeah.
There's so much in the book. Okay? But if you just take one idea and you can run with it, then you can improve your health. Okay? So as you see on the cover, we got an older man, older woman here, older man here, but look at their bodies. Okay? So your body can look like that even at 120, and you can be healthy. You don't have to be sick, and you don't have to have disease. Second chapter in the book talks about food production. And the reason why that's so important is because in biblical days, and also in the early days of this country, the people grew their own foods. Okay, up until maybe about, say, 50 years ago, most people had a garden of some sort.
My mother
Now,
had one.
okay, my mother always had a garden up until she passed away, which she passed away in 2003. So she had a garden all the way up until then. So our entire lives we live off the food from our garden. So we ate good. Okay, we ate organic food basically. She didn't use a lot of pesticides and stuff. But the point is, when you eat from your garden or you ate from local farms, you ate fresh food. Okay. So since food production has changed because people do not grow their food now, they get it from the markets, then what's happened is we're not getting fresh food.
Yeah, storage.
We're getting food that is garbage in most cases.
Yeah, stored for long lengths
Yeah.
of time.
Even your fruits and vegetables. If you buy a piece of fruit that say came from China, then obviously it was not picked yesterday. So the longer that food stays out of the ground before it gets to you, it's gonna gradually lose its nutrients value. So by the time we eat the foods, most foods, by the time we eat them, there's very little nutrition left in the food. Your body's looking for nutrition. Your body's not looking for taste. Your body's not looking for how it looks. Your body doesn't care how the food smells. Your body, your actual body, wants the nutrients that's in the food. So if there's nothing in the food, you're eating empty calories, which will blow you up, which is why so many people have so much weight.
Because it's
And they're
not
still
releasing.
starving to
Yeah.
death because they have no nutrients in their body. So they have a big body but no nutrients. Okay, so they wonder what's going on. The book talks about that. But because food production has changed, and what's happening now is the food is not fresh. So if you want fresh, good food, and you're not growing it yourself, then you need to buy organic fruits and organic vegetables. That's the best choice. The second choice is locally grown food, because locally grown food is food that was grown in your locale, and it will be fresher than food grown from around the world. Because from the time it's picked or the time it's pulled up till the time it gets to you is a lot shorter than some fruit or vegetable from somewhere around the world. So we need to eat more fruits and vegetables. The book talks about that. But what makes this book a little bit different is it not only tells you what to eat and what you shouldn't eat, but it tells you what the food does when it goes into your body. Most of us don't know anything about what's going on inside of our body. You need to understand what's happening, because if you understand what's happening, then you'll start making better choices in food. Recently we had this labeling, I think it was Proposition 37, talking about labeling foods. The bill was defeated, okay? Which means that not only were they putting things in our foods that we didn't know about before, but now they have a free license to basically do whatever they want to do, and they don't have to tell you. They can put cyanide in your food. They don't have to put it on the ingredients, okay? So we need to find out what we're eating. And if we eat fruits and vegetables fresh and organic, we know what we're getting.
Yeah.
Okay? It's important because health care costs a fortune now, and people are still getting sick, and they're getting sicker at younger ages. A lot of you young people that are on YouTube, Facebook, and some of the other medias, you're not concerned so much with your health right now, but if you keep eating like you're eating, you will definitely have to address the issues. So we're trying to tell you now what you need to do so that you don't get sick. Because there's about to be a sickness epidemic in this country that we have never seen. And we're in America. We're talking about America right now.
Yeah, and we need to take charge of your own health, okay? I know we're so used to, in America, people taking care of us. And I'm telling you, it's not time. It's time now for you to take charge of your own self. You know, I don't understand what's the big deal, but it is a big deal, because a lot of people, have no problem driving up to McDonald's or Burger King, and having somebody feed them, but that's not good.
I know you're, pressed for time. A lot of people,
Yeah.
very time conscious now. They're very busy. But even so, you still need to take the time to eat right, because you either pay me now or pay me later. If you pay now with the time and the efforts to put into getting good food and preparing food properly,
right,
then you won't have to pay later on in the hospital with tubes hanging out of every orifice in the body.
Yeah.
And that's what will happen if you continue to eat crazy and get sicker and sicker, and the doctors won't know what to do. Okay? So we need to take responsibility for our health. We should not want to be sick. A lot of people are overweight. There's a lot of problems with overweight. Okay, the book addresses that too. Okay, so aside from food production and eating the right foods, we have recipes in here. We tell you what happens with certain diseases, what's actually happening in your body with that disease, how you can get rid of that disease. Some of the major diseases, you can rid your body of those diseases completely in a matter of weeks or maybe even months if you take charge and do the right things. Okay? Don't depend on your doctor. Depend on yourself. Depend on the Lord, and depend on the information that is given to you, like the information I'm trying to give you in this. I'm trying to give people information. I thank the Lord for the people who have purchased the book. I thank Stop, Drop, and Roll On. She's not only purchased the book, she's been reading the book and trying to apply the book, and she's even mentioned it on her channel, which we appreciate. Thank you for that. And other people that have purchased the book, we thank you for it. It's been selling quite well considering it was released right in the holiday season. But now it's the beginning of the year, and we're going to really push it. And I already have a seminar scheduled for Monday. I'm doing a seminar on nutrition health. This particular one is on weight gain, which this does also address that. I talked to a man in Chicago a couple of days ago for almost an hour on the phone, so I'm kind of counseling him via the internet and also over the phone as far as what he can do. He has 6 different diseases, and he's only 65 years old. So I'm 64, and I don't have any diseases, no medications, or nothing. And this guy is overweight, and so he's got all kind of issues, but we're addressing them, and he's willing to do something about it. He's willing to take a step. He's not too old to learn. Some people say, oh, I'm too old to learn. He's not too old to learn, and he still has enough strength in his body so that he can do some of the things that I suggested he does. So we're believing for his health. But the word is getting out, the book is getting around, and people are becoming aware. And we just want you to know that the information is available to you. You just need to find out. Invest. It's a small investment for what you get out of it. If this prolongs your life a couple of years, then it's worth the price of the book. The book is available on Amazon.com. You can get an ebook, or you can actually, get a hard copy if that's what you desire. But you need to get the information. Not because I put it out, because the information is from God. It's directly from the Lord telling us what we need to do to get our health together. So purchase it, and we'll be back probably within a week or so, and I'll go over another chapter. I'll give people the time to digest the information. And those that are reading the book, for them to go ahead and complete the book. Try some of the recipes. We have some excellent recipes. My wife has really learned how to cook organic, natural foods real well. And they're real palatable, taste excellent, and good for your health too. So check it out.
Okay. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you and give you peace today.
And may 2013 be the best year of your life, the most healthy year of your life, and prosperous in every way.
Okay. Be blessed.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.